Hi, Scorpio. My name is Audrey Alison. Thank you for joining me for your August 2015 forecast for the month. I'm very happy to be here. It's a beautiful day out, and thank you for subscribing and liking and sharing these posts and videos, and for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate the support. So let's get into this month. There's a lot of activity. Venus is retrograde right now in your 10th house of career. So things might be slowing down in the progression of career right now through the 6th of September. Venus is helping to smooth over what needs to be fixed in the career. And in a retrograde, it's almost as if the beautification process is very slowed, and I think she wants you going inward regarding how much you value the career. And Venus rules Taurus naturally, the second house on the solar wheel, regarding self-worth and appreciation. So some of that is happening in your career sector right now. Maybe you're thinking you deserve more in the career and getting paid what you're worth. On the 3rd, we have an aspect that I wanted to discuss. 3rd of August, Jupiter will square Saturn. Jupiter is stationed in Leo at the top of the month before he makes his exit into Virgo, and squares Saturn, who is currently stationed in Scorpio at 28 degrees. So you're feeling the tail end of this 2.5 to 3 year stay that Saturn has had in the sign of Scorpio in your first house of self. Please watch your rising signs. They're more accurate according to the houses on your natal chart. So if you know your rising sign, please watch that forecast. Jupiter is the expansion and the positivity and abundance that is there for the taking. And Saturn is restriction, quite opposite of Jupiter. And this is really affecting the square, which is tension. This aspect is not a harmonious placement. There might be tension around the 3rd. It's not a day to take direct action, but this is between the first house of self on the solar wheel and the 10th house of career. So like I said, you do have Venus there coupled with Jupiter conjunct in the first house. I'm sorry, in the 10th house. So there is a smoother road with that energy, but there is some tension regarding the career on that day. So become aware of that, but it's not a day for action. On that same day, we're experiencing a grand water trine where you're involved due to Saturn placed at the 28 degree mark of Scorpio, Mars being at the tail end, 27 degrees of Cancer, and then also our moon that enters Pisces. And when the moon shifts there for that 2-day period of time, it ignites this grand water trine. I'm so used to saying grand fire trine because that's what we experienced most of last year. However, this is some psychic energy and very emotional energy. And you might feel that you're more sensitive on the 3rd, but it's also downloading day is what I'd like to call it. There's information that comes trickling in on that day. So pay attention to your inner thoughts, the feelings that you have on the 3rd, but not a day for action. This trine affects your first house of self, where Saturn is stationed, the 5th house of children or romance or creativity, and the 9th house of foreign travel and going the distance, and spirituality and your belief system. And maybe the house of, laws, philosophies. Something could be, for those of you who are having custody battles with children or having to deal with child support issues, something very smooth could happen on the 3rd regarding the legal situations and your children and how much time you get to spend with them. It's just a way of looking at it between the 1st, 5th, and the 9th house. That's one way it could apply. It could also apply that you need to remove yourself from the country you're in order to get your creative endeavors uplifted here. Or there could be a very strong independence in your belief system at this point. And you could also attract people from out of your normal location as for lovers, for romance. It just depends on how this will apply to all of the vast Scorpios I'm reading for. It's a very general reading. On the 7th of August, Mercury enters Virgo, a sign that he naturally co-rules right after Gemini. So this is the 11th house of friendships and goals and your wishes. So having Mercury, a very communicative planet, stationed in the social sector, this is really heightened for social activities, clubs, groups, joining new activities, meeting new people, and contacts, clients. Things can be negotiated smoothly with Mercury in the 11th. So he's there for 20 days. Take advantage of him. He'll shift again on the 27th this month. On the 8th, the day later, Mars enters Leo, where he meets up with Venus and Jupiter and the Sun. So this is all about the career. Scorpio, you're going through some, it could be promotion for sure, with the expansive Jupiter there and the Sun conjunct Venus, and more money with Venus ruling both love and money. But this could also signal retirement. And Mars is energy, and where Mars goes, that's where our drive and determination are centered. And that is in the 10th house of the paternal figure, the father, the 10th house of parenting, but it's also career and retirement and the highest social status on the astrological wheel, the pinnacle, next to the midheaven in astrology, between the 9th and 10th house. So Mars will be there for quite some time, giving this sector of the sky energy. You'll be very focused on your job, but also how you're seen in the position. It's not so much the daily routine where the 6th house is in astrology. This is about recognition and getting some stamina behind you in the 10th house and support. On the 11th, Jupiter exits out of Leo, where he's been for 13 months, and enters Virgo in this 11th house for you of social groups and friendships and your goals, your wishes, your clubs, your organizations. Jupiter is expanding this sector and section, so expect the group of friends that you have in your life to expand at that time. And the people and contacts in your life will also be growing. It's unavoidable with Jupiter there. He makes everything bigger, whatever section he's in for you. And he'll be there for 13 months. This is his annual transit into the Earth sign of Virgo. So when Jupiter does make his move, that ignites the Earth signs, the planets stationed in Earth signs, like Pluto in Capricorn, right smack in the middle at 15 or 13 degrees. So throughout the year, that will be ignited. We'll be trining that energy. On the 14th of August, we have our new moon at 21 degrees of Leo in this 10th house, where Mars, where the Sun, where Venus are. And this is just, you know, this is the time, the 14th, to focus on retirement or the highest promotion of the job. At this point of your life, for those of you who have been working for quite a while, you know, in your 40s or 50s or even 30s, 40s, 50s, this energy is probably the largest you'll experience in the career. So you might reach some sort of pinnacle at this point. This kind of placement won't happen for at least 12 years, but it could even be longer that all of these signs are in this sector at once. It could be even longer than the 12. On the 23rd, so focus your intentions on the 14th, what you want newly established in the career sector. Beautiful new moon for that in Leo. On the 23rd, the Sun enters Virgo. It's really all about the 10th and the 11th house for you, Scorpio. The career energy, promotional energy, the recognition you deserve, and your goals. Where you wanted to reach this goal, this position. Where you wanted to see yourself in the career. It's time for that to occur. Now, On the 27th, Mercury enters Libra. He had that 20-day stay in Virgo, entering Libra in the 12th house. Mercury in the 12th is a very quiet house, and Mercury is all about communication. So the house of dreams is the 12th. You could be receiving information through dreams and communication through dream and a downloading of information of where you're supposed to be headed. On the 29th, we have our full moon at 6 degrees of Pisces, and this is the awareness, the culmination in the 5th house of children and true love and romance and creativity and entrepreneurial energy. So for those of you starting businesses, the full moon brings an awareness here, maybe an ending of a way you thought you could handle it. You want to see things illuminated for what they are in the full moon, and take note. This is not a month of action as much as it is awareness. And with the exception of Mars in the career, which is very much action oriented, I feel like you're receiving guidance internally. You have a powerful 12th house with Mercury there, as well as being right smack in the middle of this water trine. And that is some serious psychic energy that you can be given at that time, Scorpio, on the 3rd. Let me get to the cards. I just got back from New Orleans, my annual July trip, stocking up on goodies in Marie Laveau's shop in the French Quarter. And this is one of many decks that jumped out into my bag. The Morgan Greer Tarot deck by Bill Greer with the stars on the cards. I love the illustrations of this deck, so I wanted to, after blessing the deck and allowing it to soak near some salts and some of my crystals, I'm now introducing it into the forecasts, and I'll be bringing some new decks into the mix over the next couple of months. I also wanted to tell you guys that I was asked back to be a special guest on the Goddess Alive radio show, and that is August 9th. So I will be on the radio taking callers, and you could go to themotherhouseofthegoddess.com closer to the first week of August for details on how to call in. And if you're early enough, you will get a tarot taster from me over the radio on the phone. And I'm looking forward to that. I had such a blast last month as their guest, so they're having me back. So tune into that if you're interested. But let's see what's up for Scorpio with your cards and see what kind of messages I can get for August 2015. Scorpio. Well, not very pleasant, but I'm obsessed with the artistry here. This is the Ten of Swords, so maybe some rejection. Maybe things didn't go the way you had expected in a situation. Let's see what this situation is. Queen of Rods. Now, she's popped out in almost everyone's reading. And at one point, she wasn't even in the spread, and the cards flew over and she popped out, so I included her. But this is a fiery female, a woman of action, a woman that loves life, loves dance, loves expression and creativity. And perhaps some Scorpios had a situation with this woman. Let's get further and see what else happens. Two of Swords in opposition. I love the card. Look how the artwork goes all the way to the edge, no border. I love that so much. They would make great paintings to hang individually, these cards. But this is opposition. Coming up, butting heads, not seeing eye to eye in the situation. And it's regarding the thoughts, how you're thinking. The Swords cards are the mental thoughts and the intellect and the analysis and the Queen of Cups. So look at that. You have two queens. This is the watery female, the psychic female, or water energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is fire. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You could be dealing with a rising sign female with any of these, but this could also represent you, Scorpio. Here's what it is. You could be choosing between these two women, because this could be the choice. Also, if what you were attempting in a business adventure, your solo creative endeavor, if you're coming up with feeling like you're failing at something and needing to decide which way to take this job or experience, be patient with yourself and allow the water trine of the third to give you more information internally at how to handle this situation. I feel like maybe Scorpios are coming out of heartbreak or heartache or loss, and what is giving you more life, what gives you life, is the possibilities of new people in your life, the 11th house of new friendships, new social interactions. You have a very active, action-oriented female and then a very calm internal female. So maybe it's the dichotomy of both sides of you, Scorpio. Maybe you are conflicted within yourself and struggling with whether or not to take action or be quiet with something. That's how this could be. Do I take a stand and take that action, make that happen? Or do I just stay quiet and reflective and still and not take action and just remain in thought and emotionally, internally? This is the decision and the choice that you might have at this time. You have free will. Okay, the stars are here to guide you and to tell you which area would be best serving you right now to focus on. But you ultimately make your decisions, no one else. All right, Scorpio, I hope this was helpful. And I'm wishing you a beautiful August, and I will see you next month. Have a sweet day. And if you'd like to book with me, I'm at audreyalison.com. Thanks. Bye.